Really wanting to avoid the fake ones, just based on that Battlefield 4 experience. It was a terrible course and boring with all that 3-par stuff. So stick to the real courses. We'll play through them and then we'll think about having a go at some of the fake courses. Again, playing as Rory McIlroy, mainly because he just drives a long way off the tee. And unfortunately, I guess the choices of players in this game is
Frank, you've competed here on
very
so many
limited
occasions.
from what I've seen.
What's the magic of the old course?
I've actually only heard of two of the players, not that I'm a massive golf fan, but you know, there's no Tiger, which is understandable, but there's no greats like Nicholson or Norman or any of that, so yeah, but anyway, we'll give this course a go and hopefully it turns out alright.
If you even time the tide right, you can play 18 holes with the wind behind your back. But the double greens, there's 7 double greens, and each double green adds up to 18. For example, if you're on the 3rd, it's adjacent to the 15th, the 4th, the 14th. It's a place that just continually grows on you, and then you realize you're playing inside like a museum of the game.
Now, I feel like playing with this guy is going to be a bit dangerous because he will probably drive further than that water is, so we'll just hit it straight and we'll leave it at that.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. This will be a 14-foot putt here.
14 foot.
Get in.
Cool.
Yes, good
So not a
putt.
bad start.
Now to the second hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Putting is
Ideally,
always
if
my
you're
issue.
not the longest hitter, just down the right side. But if you've
Okay,
got
so we don't have that water feature ahead of us this time, so we can really get at it. So hopefully we can hit 350 odd yards and see if we can get an advantage off the tee. So let's have a crack here. Oh, that looks ugly. Yeah.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
So straight away, I follow a good start up with a terrible tee shot.
Second shot
That
coming
was
out of the
utter
rough
rubbish. Let's get up here and see what we've got to deal with. Yeah, right. Let's just have a crack with that and see how we go.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Cool.
Birdie try up next.
So that's worked out all right. We'll just see if we can knock this
Frank
putt in.
going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
There's not too much movement, so if I bring it back this way slightly and just knock it back a bit. Okay, feeling confident. No, I've taken it too
Wow,
far
I
to the
thought he
left.
made that. Very well done. Almost made it.
No, that was
Yeah,
crap.
there'll be no stress for the next one.
Getting set now over the putt. One under early in the round. On the tee box here at the third now. Frank, all of these holes look relatively straightforward. Can a golfer get lured in a kind of a false sense of security off the tee here at the old course?
No, well, you can. This hole, the third hole, even shorter than the second, so reachable. But a lot of people tend to bail out towards the left. That's the middle of the golf course. And that leaves you a devilish little
dangerous
pitch
little hidden
or short
bunkers
wedge
there.
across that big gaping bunker that protects both the third and the 15th green. So once again, want to drive the ball down the right side, but there's a series of pot bunkers there.
Oh, I tell you what, I'll take that. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, that is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Alright. I'm not really sure here. I've lost sight of it, but nah, way off. That was terrible. But we made that
So
green
a
in
long
one,
putt
so
there,
we've
just
got a
didn't
spare
read it
shot,
quite right.
technically. Hopefully we'll sort it out here.
Snack, though.
Still not super easy. Ah, rubbish.
Just didn't read that one quite right. So a tester from 4 feet.
We started off so great on that hole and we just blown it.
Par for McIlroy.
Oh.
Just waiting for that moment when he
No
hits
damage
that
done. I'll
accelerator
take
and
par and
pulls
move
away.
on.
Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the fourth.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second.
No, let's just get at it.
But this one has a chance to be really good.
Perfect.
That's an
Happy with
absolute
that.
beauty.
380 yards.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Okay, let's... Oh, what have I done there? Okay, we might just leave it and we'll just hit it normal. We won't go anything crazy.
This is a good looking shot. Great effort right there and a great chance to knock in that short putt.
Okay, on the green, this is when our troubles usually begin, but we'll see how
Locked
we
in on the
go.
read and the speed. Has to like that one. Another birdie
Cool.
to get to 2 under par. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the
rabbits.
round.
Yeah, certainly eagles galore. The fifth hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up.
So again, 370 plus off the
Happiness
tee.
is a long, 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 long walk after that one. Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage.
Good place. Right, let's have a crack at this. Happy.
Well, bring the hammer, why don't you? Setting up an eagle opportunity. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness, how did he miss that?
Yeah, good question.
Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie.
Oh,
This
you
can be a
fool.
cruel game at times. Pretty good putt, Frank. Just didn't quite read it correctly.
Gone from a shoe-in for an
Certainly
eagle
like that to
to
go in.
lucky if I get par. Oh, so frustrating.
Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par.
So terrible.
Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot, 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now, this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really, you're just looking at the flag in front of you. Should be safely on deck.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. That is yet
finally.
another birdie. This is just
A little bit of progress.
Incredible display of golf. Continuing from the oldest championship in the game. It's the Open Championship at the old course at St. Andrews. Here at the 7th hole now, Frank.
Yeah, you try and hit your tee shot over a little stone there. It's called the March stone. That's a good line for like left of center. And, well, if you can just work it off that, good tee shot. You're only going to have a pitch in here to a green that's set up very high.
Okay. Let's go and have a look at this one. Oh, right. So I think if I slot it that way.
Part of the experience of playing the old
bounce
course at
over
St.
that.
Andrews is not only the history,
Hopefully
but
beat
also the
that,
caddies.
Beat that bunker
Witty,
on the right. Let's
wisecracking caddies.
challenge it.
Guy once hit a ball hard left into a gorse bush. He turned to his caddy and he said, "Is that okay?" The caddy, little Jimmy, said, "Does it look okay?" Hit another one. Drivable par
Perfect.
4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
Oh wow. Now that I look at it, that probably wasn't the best. Look, to be honest, I really am just guessing here. I'll push it out a little bit further. Nah, utter rubbish. Stay on the green at least.
Wow, really off the mark. Missed the green here.
Useless.
Straightforward pitch shot here, 35 yards.
Nothing like going backwards.
This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Shouldn't.
Ooh, that hurts.
Oh, give me a break.
That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Well, just the fact that I'm a
-2
terrible putter.
for the day.
It's frustrating.
Now to the par 3 8. Frank, what's the best way to go at it?
Well, for these players, straight at the flag. This is the first par 3 you'll see, and a good chance to make 2 coming up ahead. But we do see a
Good
lot
chance
of
to
long
make
putts
2.
here with an errant tee shot.
Let's just go straight at the pin and see what happens. Can't do any worse than the last hole. It's hit nice and straight.
This one has a chance to be close. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Oh,
That one got away. He needs this for par. That's 2 under par.
absolutely
Very
terrible.
well. Rounding out the opening 9 here at St. Andrews. And Frank, this par 4 features a couple of fairway bunkers that players will have to contend with.
Yeah, this is a fun hole when you first stand on that tee and look at it. You see those bunkers smack bang in the middle of the fairway. The last bunker there in the middle is called the end hole. This hole is called the end. But this green, too, is so flat, very, very difficult to read. But if you get there, pull the head cover off the driver. Remember, this is the only chance you get to play the old course.
Okay, so my goal here is to get at it.
Excellent looking shot here.
Cool, I'll take it. Come on. There we go.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Good putt. And a good
Thank
move.
you.
Now to 4 under. Now at the 10th. Bobby Jones loved this hole, didn't he?
And that's why it's been renamed Bobby Jones. Drivable for a lot of the players, but if you're going to have a crack at this green, avoid the gorse down the left side, as well as the 2 pot bunkers that are in line with the right side of this green.
You know, we can do this. I'm very happy. Well, I've hit it straight, so that's a good start. It's going to come up over the lip and sit on there nicely.
Oh my goodness, that is on in 1. Wow, what an incredible shot. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see 2 par 5s back to back, so the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Oh,
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's birdie, and that's just another example of how everything seems to be clicking today,
there
especially
was that
on
moment
the
of deep
greens.
concern there.
Good green reading too. You've got to take your hat off to that. The line has been perfect and the pace has matched it.
We are about 170 yards from the hole.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, no.
Frank missed the green off the tee.
Yeah, but this is certainly a tricky little shot coming up here at the par 3.
He's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Oh, so close. Boy, that hurts right there, Frank.
Yeah, he's got to knuckle down now, though, because, you know, we've seen it before, Rich. 2 putts turn into 3, 4. So
Yeah,
make sure you can limit the damage here.
Just put it in the hole. Get over and done with.
That puts them at 4 under for the round. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance, but long hitters can just lick their chops and have a
try to
crack at the
avoid
screen.
going off to the
All
right.
they've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker
see how we
short.
go.
But either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done.
This is an awkward length.
Yeah, happy with that.
Really nice putt. Moving on now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what's the strategy here?
Once again, to avoid those pot bunkers, the first one is called Nicks, and then the other 2 up ahead, once again, they're called the Coffins. Somehow you've got to go right or left of those or beyond those. If you can go in the exact right position, which is slightly left center, you will actually have a full view of this green. Left or right of that, then it's a blind
I want to
second
go up
shot.
through that middle there, so... a little too unhappy. Yeah, perfect. That's where we want it. Yeah.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
That's
Wicked.
right.
Second shot from the
we can
rough.
overcome.
It's on the way.
Let's go and have a look. Oh yeah, that's cool. By sitting there and roll it forward. Cool.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor
Terrible,
approach
but not
shot.
his best.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to
pretty
get this
happy
to
with
within
this.
2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. And getting ready for the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Did my best to miss it, that's for sure.
Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the 4th hole. The 4th hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole.
To be perfectly honest, I don't even know where the green is.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Yeah, totally going to have a go at it. What else am I going to do? Oh, no. So let's get on and try not to roll too far. Let's do it. Okay, so yeah, we're up.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Yeah, we'll do all right. No, that was a bad shot.
And it makes the green in regulation.
It's that sneaky distance.
Yeah, don't have the putting skills. Oh, just.
Do that. Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the center of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice flat lie for that second shot. Because this is another difficult green that's well protected by just one little bunker.
Nasty.
In the front left that you don't
Bounce
think
off
comes
that
into play. But if your second shot doesn't land the right distance, more often than not, it just gets swallowed up by that.
Horrible.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's almost on. I will take it.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Wow, I thought he made that.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
What happened there?
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. He'll take par and move on. Sixteenth hole is a par 4 here at the old course.
Three par
another
fours.
one of those sort of funky features.
Just get on the
Yeah,
green
it's a
in one.
series of 3 bunkers
live
called the
dream.
principal's nose, plus that out of bounds on the right. So really err on the side of caution, avoiding both the out of bounds and the principal's nose. Nothing wrong with going a little bit left here. But the further left you go, then it makes that second shot. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the
Yeah,
power?
straight up wound up for it. Let's just take off, hit it straight. Yeah,
This
totally.
one has a chance to be really good.
Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways.
Come on, keep going.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Let's just go bang on the pin. Yeah, that. Yeah, there. Here we go.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Well within my range. Also well within my ability to stuff it up.
That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, this is sort of bizarre. You're standing on the tee at the road hole, one of the most famous par fours in the sport.
Oh, wow.
And you're aiming for a hotel?
Well, you're aiming over a series of letters that say the Old Course Hotel. If you can hit it exactly over that U, then you will be in the right place, which hopefully is down the middle of the fairway. You avoid that heather on the left. That bunker up ahead, the road hole bunker. You remember David Duval? He got stuck in there. Years ago, Tommy Nakajima, he could hardly ever get that ball out. And in the end succumbed, I think, to double figures. So the hole has more than one way to trap you. So stay away from the road on the road hole.
110 yards now, and the wind, what little of it there is, should help the player.
Yeah, so again, I'm just going to go straight at it and look for the roll on.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
No.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Got to remember that backspin always.
It's no snack, though.
Oh, that was rubbish.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
And that's in for a par. Without a doubt, it is one of the most famous finishing holes in all of golf. Frank, it doesn't look like much from the tee, but wow, when you factor in the history, it's something special, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little road that runs across this this par 4. It's about 100 yards short of the green. Certainly comes into play when you play this hole into the breeze.
Wish me luck.
But no breeze or into the breeze, you've got to worry about the out of bounds that surrounds the screen, all the way down the right side and beyond. And it's a wonderful little finishing hole in many ways because it tests the mere mortal and it tests the greats of the game.
Come on, there we go.
Drivable par 4.
That green looks like a bloody roller coaster.
But for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Up and down. Oh, no.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
I was going to say, I would prefer it to have gone in. Would have been a good end. There we go.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly
okay, cool.
result
So
in wins,
9
that's
under.
for sure.
That's
But,
that's a pretty cool course to play around on. Again, I'd like some different characters. I'm gonna see if there's a way of getting better characters or doing something different. But yeah, good fun. If you like it, let us know. Chuck some comments in there. Subscribe, like, dislike, do all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll just keep running these golf videos for a while. I might even try that nightclub challenge shortly. So we'll see how that happens. But we'll wrap this one up now.